The creepers were looking for the pirates. They were what they needed to do to get the pirates off the island. They were looking around the island and they were looking confused, looking for the pirates. Then one of them used one of their telescopes and found the pirates. They were on the edge of the island somewhere, but they didn't know where to go to find it, so they just were looking around on the edges of the island until they found where it was. Then one of the creepers brought the creepers brought in the thing to scare the pirates off. They went and did this. Then the pirates went rushing onto their ship and then was leaving the island. The island was safe from the pirates. Now what were they going to do? Then they were just about to do something. Then another ship came through. Then they were confused. Did the pirates just think that they could just come back to the island, even though they just scared them like an hour ago? Maybe they were prepared, but the creepers were confused. They were safe. They were just coming to see the king. The king was walking down the bridge on the ship and then walked onto the island. Then the king shouted, "Are you okay?" And the creeper said yes. Then the king was just distracted because there was just a bunch of waves coming towards the island. Then the king shouted, "Run!" Everybody began to run onto the ship. And then were just panicking. And then Jake, the king, was steering the ship around to escape the island. Then the island was covered in water and the waves were chasing after the ship. And then the ship finally turned out of the waves And then the waves were just panicking around and then just were running everywhere. And then the king looked backwards for a second, and then he looked back to the front, and then another wave was coming towards them. Then the king steered the ship again, and then they were trapped in the waves. And then the boat was flying in the air, just flying in the air, and was stuck. And then it started falling onto the sea. Then it crashed onto the waves, and then the ship went flying to a continent. And then the king was confused, and then when it landed on the continent, the ship broke and everybody went flying in the air. And then they landed somewhere safe, and then they were just walking around, and then the king found somewhere to keep everybody from the island safe. And then the king walked back to his home, and then his friend found him, and then they were talking about something. And then the creepers from the island looked out of their windows, and then they were confused because of what was happening where they were. So then they went downstairs marching, and then they saw the person who was taking, one of the people who were taking care of them. Then they asked, "What is going on?" And then they replied, "They're just walking around in the city." And then all of the creepers were confused. So then they just marched back to their rooms and sat down and just were confused. Then they just sat down on their chairs and then just thought about something. This is the end. The creepers were confused, and please do what I do, say every single video. Please like and subscribe, and please view the video because I'm doing a competition with my dad. Nino, 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 Nino. And like I normally do, I'll look at the transcript and see what hilarious things there are. And you can look in the transcript as well, I think.